The vast majority of people that are dealing with homelessness are middle-class people who have just had a situation. People that need a stable place for a short period of time so they can save up a few paychecks and then get back on their feet.
Yeah. All right, guys, so today we're headed over to The Haven. It's a men's homeless shelter. So last week we were at, or last time I suppose, we were at Horizons Recovery Center. And Drea over there actually recommended that we do The Haven, and it turns out that The Haven's right across the street. And so I reached out to Alex on Facebook, and we set up a meeting today, and I'm on my way over there right now to discuss with him and see what maybe we can get done for him today. So stick around, and we'll be there in a few minutes, and we'll get something done here. All right, guys, so we're pulling in the parking lot right now. Alex texted me a couple minutes ago. He said he was here already. I don't know if you can see it, but right over there you can see where Horizons is. That's where we were last time. So we're actually just right across the street here. So we're gonna pull up and we're gonna see where Alex is, and we'll talk to him. I think he's right there. So, all right. Good morning. How you doing?
Fantastic.
Good.
I'm Alex.
Nice to meet you, Chandler.
Do you have that thing on the whole time?
I do. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's
cool.
Fine. I just didn't know if you had like a crew and
No,
following you around and
no.
stuff.
just me and a body cam, and I got a phone camera too that I'll use for like put it on the tripod, and it's just like a time lapse of me working, you know.
Very cool. Very cool.
So
as you can tell, this is a pretty rundown old building.
yeah. What did this used to be?
It was
a school.
It was a school, yeah.
Oh, this reminds me of this. Well, it's not the sales anymore. It's Mount Holly. That's where I went to school at.
Yeah. So I'll take you around for a tour.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to see it.
So yeah, it used to be a school. The building was built back in 1953, I believe.
Okay.
In 2010, it ceased operations as the school and the stuff that it was going on, and then in 2012, they decided to make it into a homeless shelter because there really was nothing here in Manitowoc at all at the time.
Yeah, well, it's cozy down here.
In 2014, we opened the doors here. So yeah, down here is like the recreation area. There's a couple little TV spaces and stuff like that.
Cool.
If people have like laptops or whatever, they usually come down here and set them up.
Yeah.
And then in the back, that doesn't really matter. That's just like a vestibule.
Okay.
And then we have a boardroom in here, but it's locked right now.
Okay.
But yeah, then we have
This is like the lunchroom.
Yeah, we have like a full commercial kitchen, so
That's cool.
all the guys are able to come and cook for themselves, take care of themselves, store their groceries and stuff down here. And then if we have volunteers that come to do meals, they'll come and set up all their stuff in the kitchen. And
Okay.
then we also have like the food pantries pretty regularly send us stuff, so that way if somebody's coming here like day one and they have absolutely nothing, they'll still have something to eat no matter what. And then we try to help them get food share and set up with all the different resources.
Yeah.
So that's the downstairs.
Okay.
This hallway is what I'm thinking of painting. It'd probably be the easiest
Yeah.
and most accessible.
Okay.
There's a lot of random things stuck to the walls in some places. If you can't get them off,
Just
that's fine.
cut
Just
around
go
and stuff.
them.
Yeah. You want to go like all the way up here?
Yeah, I was thinking then just the whatever's white up here.
Okay.
We tried to get these things off yesterday too, but they're pretty well stuck on there. So I don't know if you want to just go around them or if you might be able to get them off.
I might be able to get them. Maybe you might want them off because then you'll see the white.
Yeah, exactly.
I suppose you have stuff in there too, but yeah, I can try to get. Oh, I can get them with a screwdriver or something.
Yeah. If you can, cool. If not, that's what it is. And then this is our staff office where our staff hangs out. Wayne is a volunteer actually. On the weekend we have volunteer opportunities. He's going to be doing some painting for us for free today.
Okay.
As part of his YouTube thing that he does. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
So this is our office. So I recently had this painted this bluish color.
Yeah. This is like your kind of colors.
Yeah.
Powder
I'm
blue or
thinking even like brighter though.
Yeah. I forgot to bring colors with today. I'm not gonna lie.
That's like a little harsh, I think. Like we were even looking at like this blue right here.
Okay, let me take one of these because I can probably just
Yeah, and then I'll give you a peek back.
Yeah,
here
yeah.
Too. So this is where the guys actually live. That's the first bedroom.
Okay.
There's probably people sleeping, so I'll just be quiet. But This is what the rooms look like. Each person has their own space for clothes and stuff like that. And then they have a second bathroom that's got the showers and everything in it.
Okay.
Little
So you
laundry
said
room.
about how many people are here?
20.
Okay.
20 guys here, and then as you can see, like just basic bedroom situation. Mike's got a exotic can collection going there. Yeah. So yeah, we have 20 guys here, and then we have another house that's kind of across town. That's a transitional living house.
Okay.
That has 3 guys in it, but that's like the next
Is,
level up of independence.
Mark LeGreve involved here?
Yeah, he's the founder.
Okay.
He's still our.
Oh, he is. Okay, that's what I was wondering.
He's still our vice president.
Okay.
So I see him pretty regularly. He works with St. Francis of Assisi Parish. They're the ones who actually own the property. And then this is upstairs. This is where I live. Well, not live, but where I work.
Okay.
I'm here quite a bit.
Yeah.
So like, I'll give you a peek at my office. This is kind of what I'm hoping to make the whole building look like eventually, but I haven't painted in here yet either.
Yeah.
But.
Oh, very nice.
Oh shoot, I forgot to turn off my music yesterday. So I'm up here doing all the admin stuff, writing grants, checking policies, communicating with people, doing outreach and education, all that fun stuff is all my job.
So what's your role here?
I'm the
What's
executive director.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Where did I just set my drink down?
I don't know. Did you have one?
I was carrying it around with me, but I don't know where I set it. Oh, right here. Okay. So,
Okay, very cool.
yeah, so I'm in charge of all the, paperwork, administrative stuff, things like that.
Yeah.
We also have I have an administrative assistant, and then I have a volunteer coordination assistant that's here during the week.
Okay.
And then up here we have, that first room isn't too incredibly interesting, but you can see the really weird green colors that they
I see
have
that.
in some of these rooms.
Interesting. It's like a mint color.
Yeah, this room is a meeting space. So like we used to have AA meetings here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That was pre-COVID. When COVID happened, then we had to kind of shut down all the community outreach stuff we were doing with that. But recently, we've got another AA meeting started now, so
that's good.
we have one of them back. Hopefully, we can get more as time goes on.
Yeah.
Something else that we do is materials to support
very
stuff. So
very cool.
we've got this huge clothing closet.
That's awesome.
So anybody that's coming in or any other guy that's in any kind of programming in our community can just stop by and come and grab whatever he needs as far as clothes goes.
Drop stuff off here too.
Yep, and we take donations from the community of
just directly here, or do I reach out? Would you reach out to you, or how would
they
you
can just show up?
Okay.
We got people here 24/7, so
awesome.
You can stop by with donations anytime. But yeah, we keep like steel toe boots. We keep basically as much as we can for what people might need to start a job.
Yeah,
that's really the idea is to try and help them be employable.
Right. Wow.
And then also in here we have all different kinds of stuff. So if people need hygiene products like soap, shampoo, body wash, deodorant, that kind of stuff, we take that all as donations too, and then we store it. We have another secondary little transition room downstairs with more stuff in it too, but it's locked up right now.
Your other location, is that over by Planet Fitness over there?
No, we're on the other. That you're thinking of Hope House.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so they're a different organization, but we do work together on a lot of things. Okay. They're the shelter that helps families and women.
Gotcha. Okay. This is specifically men.
Just single men here, yeah.
Awesome.
But we work together on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Hope House is also a fantastic organization.
Yeah.
And they've actually been around in the community longer than us too. They used to be in that building right there. You can see through the window. That house that's behind the church.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but then the diocese decided they wanted to close that thing down, so then they moved in. Now they're actually in the process of figuring out how to demolish that whole building.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so who knows? Maybe in the near future we'll be able to purchase this property. I'm not going to say for sure we will be able to or not, but that our fingers are crossed.
Yeah, well, you're pretty established here, so.
Yeah, for sure. But also we got all these dishes, like if somebody's moving into an apartment or something for the first time, then we try to make sure we have as much stuff as we can to help them.
That's super cool.
Because the less money you have to go spend at Walmart in the beginning, the better.
Yeah, that stuff adds up. It gets expensive. I moved into places without, after I went to rehab and got back out, I had to get everything, and it was, even going to like thrift stores and stuff, it adds up,
Yeah, so we got comforters, blankets, pillows, things like that too.
Cool.
it's a little bit of a mess because we're reorganizing everything in here. A lot of people donate computer monitors, but I don't have computers to go with them.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just holding on to them at the moment. And then I'll show you the last room up here too. So then we also do like furniture,
cool.
stuff like that. So if people donate, you know, like futon, dinette sets, things like that, so people can just come and take them when they move out, and then they at least they have a couple things to start with,
absolutely.
and they're not just moving into a bare empty apartment.
I hear you. Yeah, absolutely. That's super cool.
Yeah,
I didn't realize you had all that here.
Yeah, I in a perfect world, I would be able to use all these rooms for beds. You know?
So yeah, is there like a max of 20 or?
Yeah, it's kind of constrained to how many staff I have.
Oh, okay.
So and also there's no sprinkler system up on the top floor or the bottom floor. So if you have people sleeping, you have to have sprinklers.
How much does something like that cost?
Well, a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
I think the quote that we got for putting enough in here for the whole building was like $400,000. Yeah, that's a lot.
That's steep.
But who knows? Maybe sometime down the road we'll be able to figure something out where we can utilize it.
Yeah. Was there a specific moment that led you to doing work like this?
Yeah. So my story is pretty interesting. I'll try and condense it as much as possible.
No, feel free to.
For time
no,
purposes,
you're good.
But so I'm a person in long-term recovery. I've been in recovery for over 7 years now. I used to work for the Lighthouse Recovery Community Center here in town. So Horizons that you were at before is a sober living house that's like a subset of the Lighthouse Recovery Community Center. So I was doing first recovery coaching, peer support specialist training. So I have both of those certifications. So I was just working one-on-one with people for a while. And then I got offered the position as as the center supervisor for Manitowoc. So the building that is now the port used to be the recovery center, and that was the only building that they had. So then I was running that recovery center, and then I became the supervisor. So I was supervising the other coaches, and then I did that for a while, and then I was the administrator for a little while, and I went down to run the center in Sheboygan for a little while, and then I came back as program supervisor for a little while. But Michael Etheridge, the person who was in charge of the Haven before me, my predecessor, he was on the board of directors for the Lighthouse. So me and him had a connection that way, and we also knew each other from before because, strangely enough, I actually tried to get in here at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I had just gotten out of jail and I didn't have anywhere to go, and I came and tried to get in, and I actually wasn't able to because there was some kind of mix-up with the courts to where when you looked me up, it still showed that I had open cases.
Oh, really?
Even though I was very confused by that whole situation because, like, why did you let me out of jail then?
Yeah.
If I had open cases, I didn't bail out.
Yeah.
So I don't know, something went wrong, so I wasn't able to get in. And I ended up going back to a codependent relationship, a domestic situation that I was in that was not good. And so I ended up back in jail. But it actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise because this time that I spent going to jail from that gave me an opportunity to get into drug court. Yeah. So I'm the 15th Manitowoc County Drug Court alumni. Nice. And I'm still the chairperson of the alumni group. So I've been involved with that for, the whole time since it started.
So that makes sense where the connection was when Drea sent me over here.
Yeah, me and Drea were actually roommates when we were both still in drug court. Cool. I moved into her basement for a little while because I didn't have a place.
Yeah, that's cool.
So me and her are close, yeah.
They have the drug court thing that they do here. I myself went to rehab over in the East Coast. Yep. And they didn't have anything like that over there. I mean, they had similar things. They would send you to programs to keep you out of jail and stuff like that, but it was like... Not that the recovery community is great,
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really interesting because I actually did. I grew up in Reno, and I did some treatment programs and stuff there.
In Nevada.
Okay. And I did a diversion court and drug court in Nevada, and it was a whole different, completely different experience. They had like hundreds of people, so it was like just
you're just a number
running them through.
Yeah.
But here it was actually small enough to where they could actually. They actually had enough resources to put a team around people, which is really what you need to be successful.
Right, absolutely.
So anyway, Michael Etheridge got his master's degree, got offered a position to lead an organization called the Road Home in Madison, which is much bigger. They have a lot of different programs going on. So he accepted that position, and then he asked me if I wanted this position. So that's kind of what got me here. Cool. So a lot of different things just sort of falling into place at a very specific
So you've done a lot of different things. Okay, cool. So what's something that you think people misunderstand about a place like this?
Yeah, there's a few different layers of stigma when you think about homelessness. I think the vast majority of people have this kind of like image in their mind, and this is from the media from when we were kids. Like, you imagine like a guy on a train with a stick and a handkerchief, you know, standing next to a trash can that's on fire, or a hobo, you know, it's something like that. Like, when you think of homelessness, that's that image that pops up in your mind, and I really dislike that it's still like that for a lot of people, because they see it as a problem to be solved. They see it as like, you know, deal with that, get it out of here, get it away from here, you know. And the reality is that that's not even close to true anymore. Like, the number of people that are actually in a situation where they're chronically homeless and they've been outside for, you know, years at a time or whatever, that percentage is very small. The vast majority of people that are dealing with homelessness are middle class people who have just had a situation. Either they lost a job, or they went through a divorce, or, you know, they had an injury or something like that, and they just didn't have enough savings to keep their situation. That's a big chunk of the population, is just people that need a stable place for a short period of time so they can save up a few paychecks and then get back on their feet. And with the way that the economy is in America today, like, the vast majority of all Americans, I don't know what the exact percentage rate is, but I would imagine it's between 60 to 70%, do not have enough savings to survive, you know, more than a couple weeks. Without a paycheck. So even, you know, if I had to stop working for 3 months, I'd be cooked.
Same.
So that's the real issue. It's not that there's just ne'er-do-wells that don't want to participate in society. For sure. It's just that our economy is not built up for long-term support for people. And there is a percentage of people who have, you know, substance use disorders, mental health disorders, you know, things that they're dealing with that make it hard. Or even if you've been incarcerated, or if you have evictions on your record, things like that, it's really hard to get a landlord to give you a chance. So you need a period of time to actually have money and to find the right situation that's willing to give you a chance. And if you're on the street, it's nigh impossible.
It makes it even harder.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have an address, or you don't have a cell phone.
Place to even like take care of yourself, and
showers, things
get a
like
good
that.
meal in.
Makes it really, really hard for people. And then also, there's a small population of people that are chronically homeless that have enough situations in their life to where permanent, stable housing is impossible without support. You know, people who, you know, have psychoses or have mental health disorders that make daily living activities hard, or are of a substance use disorder that's severe enough to where they, you know, they literally can't stop. Or the big hidden problem that's happening right now is retirees. Like, if you're 65 plus and your health is to a point where you can't work full time and you don't have your Social Security and pension, there's no option for you. And we're running into that a lot with elderly people who can't get into assisted living or any kind of like long-term care because they don't have any funds, or they don't have the right insurance. So anyway, that's the one thing that I wish was different, was just that people would understand that the stigma is not a thing that exists. It's just like this image that got burned into our minds as kids for some reason, and in reality it can affect anybody. So
I like that answer. That's a good answer. What's, if anything, what's a moment or a memory that you have here that's stuck with you?
Are we looking for positive or negative?
It can be either. Maybe both.
Yeah, sure. I can give you a couple.
It's impact. It had an impact on you, a profound impact.
Yeah, there's been a few different situations, but let me think. I guess probably one of the good ones is there was a young guy that came in here. He was probably like, I don't know, maybe 19 years old, and he was in a situation where his parents had kicked him out because they had some sort of disagreement. I won't go into the details of exactly what it was about, but I just remember that I could see a lot of the same situations that I went through, you know, that he was going through. You know, I had it out with my parents and ran away. I wasn't educated. I didn't know, you know, how to do job applications or how to file my taxes or how to, you know, go apply for a loan for a car. Like, nobody ever taught me any of those things. And so when I became an adult, it was really hard for me to figure out, and I was really lost. So anyways, through the like 6 months to a year that person was here, I just saw a lot of different situations where he was figuring those things out for the first time, and we were able to help him learn how to do it.
Yeah.
And then we got to see him get all the way to the place to where he was fully self-sufficient, and he had enough money in the bank to where he was able to just go get an apartment, and he's been living on his own successfully ever since then.
Awesome.
Yeah, which
That's
is
cool.
really cool. So we have, there's success stories that are really awesome like that, where you see somebody who's able to fully turn it around.
Yeah.
And that's really what we're hoping for.
Right.
Because you get stuck in a situation like that, if without any assistance, it's like, it seems overwhelming. You can really get stuck in that for a long period of time. And on the other side, I've had some experiences with people where there's one specifically that happened not too long ago that's incredibly difficult. Is just a person that's in a certain situation that he's retirement age, super bad alcohol use disorder, been chronically homeless for years and years, and his health is just completely deteriorated. And trying to get help for him it's so difficult. We had a bunch of different organizations that are involved that are trying to look for things for him. One of the other extenuating circumstances was that he was undocumented. So unable to get him into any kind of care facility. He couldn't make it to appointments because his alcoholism, and also like just not having enough presence of mind to know when they're going on and stuff like that. And his health got bad enough to at one point to where he's throwing up blood like all over the place, so then he ends up in the hospital for periods of time. And it's just like those kind of situations are really gut wrenching. Yeah. Because it's like if there was resources that were available in our community, then we could actually figure something out for him, and he could get into something where he could get his health under control, and then maybe it would seem like a good idea to stop drinking. But when you're homeless and your life is just kind of falling apart, like having a drink makes a lot of sense, unfortunately, because you can numb it out temporarily. So those are kind of both the opposite ends of the spectrum of what we encounter.
That's the reality, I suppose. Right?
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right, so the camera overheated a little bit, but we finished talking with Alex, and we're going to go get paint. And then we were going to come back and get some stuff done for him. So. Hey there, how you doing?
Doing well, how are you?
Good. Just gonna grab some paint.
Yeah, do you know what color you're looking for?
Yeah, well he gave me this and he kind of wants to match this color. So I'm gonna try to find something close to that. Probably doesn't have to be like exactly perfect, but
yeah.
Probably something like that. Let's go 2 gallons.
In the eggshell?
Yes.
I can't remember putting it under.
Prime painting and finishing. I gotta grab a couple other things too. So.
Okay. I'll get it mixed up.
All right, thank you.
Do you need a copy of the receipt?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah. Have a good day.
You too. Hey everyone, Chandler here with Prime Painting and Finishing, back for our 3rd Good Painter project. This time, we're at a men's homeless shelter, repainting the main stairways that the guests use every single day. From the start, I knew this one was going to be a bit of a challenge. There was a lot of cutting in, overhead work, and ladder angles that weren't exactly comfortable. But beyond the paint, my goal this time was a little different. I really wanted to slow down and focus on the people. We were able to take a full tour and sit down with Alex to hear more about what's happening at the Haven. And honestly, the work they're doing behind the scenes is pretty incredible. Time was definitely a factor in this one. I had to move quickly and stay efficient, but I made sure to take moments to talk with both the staff and some of the residents. And that's what these projects are really about for me. By the end of the day, we made some serious progress. I didn't get quite as far as I'd hoped, so I'll be back next weekend to finish up with the remaining paint that I have left. It was a blessing to be invited to a place like this. Facilities like the Haven don't always get the recognition they deserve, but they're doing meaningful work in our communities every single day. Be sure to stick around until the end of the video to see the full before and after shots. And if you want to follow along as this journey grows, feel free to subscribe and stay connected. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, this looks much better. Yeah, definitely. And this is like the first hallway that people usually see if I'm giving them a tour or something. So that's definitely
noticed.
good.
People are up and down here all day too, so
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It never stops.
it's definitely brighter.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And that also gives us a good basis too. So whenever we're able to finally get down and do more, we have a color to go with to make it happen. You know.
Yeah.
So awesome. Yeah,
Sweet.
deeply
Yeah,
appreciate
of course,
it.
man.